Today on our show, we have an amazing guest. Can you hear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Her name is, you're not even going to believe this. Her name is The Oracle. We're talking Matrix here. I love that movie. And that is just an awesome name. So, yeah. Awesome. And I believe she is actually a witch, which is awesome.
That and then some.
She
thinks everyone's a
witch. She's all sexy about it.
Yeah, she is pretty sexy,
that
actually.
And then some. I am a witch, baby. All right, so yeah, we're going to get to her. Before we get to her, we just want to talk to her about the topic of the day. Oh, wait, we got to do the good news first. So,
Yes.
The good news, I always try to reverse something that's formerly seen as bad and turn it into good news. So I like to reverse everything, as I said. So we're going to go around the room, our good news. And do you want me to start first?
Yeah,
go for it.
All right. My good news is I was so mad about this week. I couldn't even deal with it. I was like, I hate technology. I hate it. My internet's always dying and I'm sweating. And
Your
I'm
internet is always dying.
Right? She knows it. My cell phone wasn't working. Nothing's working. I just can't. Here we even have technology problems here,
yes,
right?
we did tonight. Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm Sydney Silver. I got to find the good news in this. I got to find the silver lining in this. What is the freaking silver lining in the fact that technology sucks? And you know what? I found it.
What did you find?
It was actually a really good one. Because technology is flaky and never works right, that means nobody will ever be able to fully control us with technology because that technology is going to die and it's going to need repair and it's going to be hackable and the hackers are going to get in there and they're going to mess it up. It goes both ways, baby.
Sounds kind of like my ex. Never works when it's supposed to. It's causing problems.
Your ex is like the internet.
Heck yeah.
Dude,
all
you're
of
a
everyone's
robot and you don't
business.
work. And you got no originality. You just sit there.
Well,
What
the
the
good
heck?
I find in technology not working is it just requires me to use the old noggin a little bit more.
Ooh, I like that, right? See, if it worked
yeah.
too well, first of all, it could control us. It would make you lazy in your brain. You wouldn't want to think anymore. Yeah, she gets me. All right, so anyone else have some good news? You could try to reverse something if you like.
Gosh. Oh.
You got something to
That's
reverse?
on the daily when I wake up in the morning.
Oh,
girl.
you're beautiful. You're a light.
I have some good news.
Just waking up, is that your good news?
That's one of them. But today I had good. I called AT&T and just let them know. Monday.
You called them up and just said Monday?
Monday.
That's kind of a funny idea. Why don't people just call up these companies, especially the ones that screw you over?
Instead of them telling me when to pay, because the rotary call that comes through,
Gotcha.
you're listening to, it's them, because you see the ID and you say, should I answer or not? And so I decided to answer, and you need to pay. No, Monday. You can expect.
Really?
And you know what?
You told them what was up?
Yeah,
You told a big company what was up?
Yes.
I
like it too. It's pretty awesome.
I love it. Those companies are always ripping us off. That is awesome. Yay, yay.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, Tiffany, you got any other good news for
I
us?
do. Actually, when you were talking about technology, I was reading an article and it said that flip phones are coming back in style. And I'm super excited because I have a bunch of flip phones just laying around collecting dust.
You like those flip phones?
You know what? I feel like my life was just less complicated with the flip phone.
Oh, really?
I wasn't tempted to check all my social media and do all that. And if I didn't want to respond to somebody, I just
an addict.
Yeah.
I'm a freaking addict.
It's a drug.
She's got a flip phone.
My flip phone doesn't even have a camera on it.
Cover that brand name, Missy. Cover that brand name. Cover
Cover the brand name. Oh, you can't see the brand name. That's good.
All right, so everyone, let's go to our topic of the day here. We have a real live witch on our show. I'm freaking excited. And her other friend is also, you can see on our main screen here, hopefully. She is also still here, the food alchemist. She's from our last show, if you saw it. We loved her so much. I was so amazed by her food. I'm not even joking. I've been to our restaurants. I'm actually basically vegan. And I've gone to these places. That food was amazing.
It really was. Really good.
Amazing. And I've been
so
trying to
good.
get off sugar because of diabetes and weight loss and everything. And I'm so excited that I met you. So, okay, anyways, sorry enough about that. All right. Food alchemist. She's amazing.
Thank you.
All right. So, topic of the day.
Yes.
Why do people like pain?
They say some pain is good.
The way you said that, though.
Get this woman a whip. So why do you? I have a scientific theory about it. I could, there could be other factors, but I have actually a theory to bring up. But I was just wondering what you ladies thought. Do you have any ideas on why some people like pain? Because some people do like pain, and I'm not just talking mental pain. Some people like mental pain, and some people like physical pain.
I think people like to feel sorry for
right
themselves.
Huh?
I think sometimes people like to feel sorry for themselves.
So you're talking about the internal pain,
yes,
right? Okay.
No, I'm talking about the physical
Why do they like
pain.
it? Food Alchemist is dying to say something.
Speak, girl.
What is it?
Come
What
on,
is it,
girl.
Food Alchemist?
Because sometimes you're releasing the pain. Like people get tattoos because it's a way of releasing the pain from battered or abuse or society. It's a release. Every time you get a tattoo, it releases the endorphins. It makes you feel good. It
feel alive, right? Like
it
reminds
takes
you
away
you're alive.
and it heals. As it heals the pain that you were feeling, it also heals at the same time. That's why some people like to be spanked. Like it as they're getting that spanking, it's a release.
Okay.
It's like, whoa.
And do you have any theories on this?
I think some people just like it. It feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. And that's what I'm talking about. The mental pain, I have sort of a spiritual idea that maybe we're here as an extension of heaven or whatever that would be called. Because, if you lived eternally in happiness, you get real bored real fast.
I think so too.
So it's kind of like a way for us to have motivations and things to do and that kind of thing. You got to have the downs with the ups.
Well, the
right?
experience of pain helps you to appreciate not being in pain.
And she's got it where some people they actually enjoy being in misery.
The sympathy and the
Right?
attention.
But the physical pain, my theory on it was that, especially when you're doing sex, right? When you're procreating, this is really when people feel pleasure.
The pain, procreating.
The pain feels. I'm so scientific about my sexual talk. I'm a nerd. Didn't you know I was a nerd in high school? Okay, so when you're feeling pleasure and you're someone's smacking you, right? Can we pull up the picture of the guy in bondage?
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, we've got a picture up on screen. You
just
can't see it. He's in bondage. He's ready to get ravaged. He's just all tied up and everything, right? And it's why, I was trying to think, why does it turn into pleasure, especially when you're having sex? The pain it's not even pain sometimes. It's actually pleasure. And I didn't get
look at that.
There he is.
Wow.
He's hot. Who is that?
He's a hottie.
Who is he?
I don't know, but it was free public use on Google.
You guys warned me that this was an open show, so I knew someone who that's what she did.
Did dominatrix for money.
Yes, yeah.
I'm kind of guilty of that too. That's in my past.
And she told me, she said that a lot of the guys that, because it was mostly guys, her clients, it's just that they actually missed being spanked and chastised by their mommies. They missed that control. Because these are CEOs and big, these are guys who are running their own business, and they missed somebody being in charge of them.
A really powerful man, right? It's actually a lot of stress to have to take care of other people. You're paying their bills plus your bills, telling them what to do. They're not freaking listening to you. It makes you crazy. And sometimes you just want someone else to take control. It's a relief.
Right. The submission
so there's
itself
that
is
too.
What you're saying is a relief.
There's a lot of different reasons to see a dominatrix. But my question about the pain was, I believe that the reason it turns into pleasure, possibly, maybe, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that the body has decided that having sex is more important than feeling pain because we want to make our species go onwards. Right. So while you're having sex, that stimulus, your body will actually transform it and turn it into pleasure so that you don't stop the procreation act.
That makes sense. That's an interesting theory.
Thank you. So then I started thinking, what if scientists could get a hold of this and we would learn how to trigger that in the brain and surgeries would actually become pleasurable? We could maybe use it.
So we'd just be awake while getting our noses done.
Yeah.
I'm always talking about getting nose jobs.
She's always wanting a nose job.
I broke my nose 4 times.
Oh, it feels so good. Do it again. Yeah, but I wondered, what if that's a possibility? Right. What if that's a possibility in our future where we don't even we can figure out how to, give pain to those that were, in surgery and things like that. I don't know. It's just an idea. Scientists out there, please take it up. I'm not a scientist, so I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay. But if you are one, or you stayed in a holiday Inn, I can't say that, can I? No.
If I was a scientist, I'd have cute little nerdy glasses on, and I would screw all those nerds because I love them.
Nerds run the world, though. I mean, they really do.
Those nerdy, like the guy who owns Facebook.
I knew you were going to bring him up. She's
I'm sorry. It's just like he's so powerful. It's just okay. And we're not going to talk about that. He's also, I have issues with you too, man. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're hot, but we're going to fight. Okay. So, all right. So, and then my other question was, when you think like, do you think that maybe you're the oracle, right?
Yes.
So does that mean you're psychic?
What I do is I say what people need to hear. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear.
She's so matrix.
And, on my show, I have people who call in and they want a reading and then I have to speak with them for a couple of minutes and say, well, it's not a psychic.
Wait, so you have a show?
Oh, yeah.
What is your show?
It's called The Oracle Speaks With You on blogtalkradio.com.
Wow, I'm gonna write that
Okay,
down.
okay.
Every Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've had the show since 2010.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to kind of get a feel for someone over the phone, and how strong is that frequency?
It depends on what, when I ask, what are you calling for? What are you, what is it you want to talk about or what have you? And girl, I'm 56 years old.
You
I have
look
lived
amazing.
a whole lot of lives, and I've been from there to there and then some.
Yeah.
So I have a sense of understanding when people are telling the truth.
Right.
And when they're telling their truth as opposed to someone else's. And I'd say just a couple of minutes, because you don't have that long. Yeah, my show's only half an hour.
Can you do
so,
a reading for us, or how does that work?
Pardon me? The sound went up.
Can you do a reading for us, or how does that work?
I would, okay. Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
Okay, so
Actually,
what do I need to hear?
I was actually
I'm scared.
feeling for Tiffany. Don't mess with your nose.
Oh, thank you for that. Okay.
Absolutely, don't mess with your nose.
Okay.
And we got to talk after.
Yes,
Yeah.
Earlier I
It's
just
like
felt
that.
something, and I was like, I have
some things,
to.
you can't. Yeah,
Exactly.
Wow.
It's not going to air on my
What
dirty
just
laundry.
happened? We just have this
Connection going on
Yeah?
here.
Yeah.
What do I need to hear? I'm scared.
I know. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
For you, I'm feeling a sense of Lady Gaga. No, Madonna power. Yes.
I love this woman.
No, because I don't think you know it. You do know it. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say you don't know it, because some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you have to hit them over the head. I was one who had to be hit over the head. But I'm being real. I tell them myself. That's what my sister said. Nisa, you tell the truth to the point of pain. I say, no, I tell the truth to the point of reality. Some people don't want to hear their own reality.
Yeah.
But for you already have the Madonna God power. You already know where you're going with what you're going. You have to trust that, and make sure when you build your team, make sure your team has you as the agenda. Because where you're already going, it's already, like I said, everybody knows where Madonna ended up. So you already know where your end game is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you already know your end game.
How did you know that?
Anyway,
Just
make sure.
She's a freaking oracle.
Make sure that your team has you as the agenda. Because I'm not the only one who's going to see this, sister girl. Okay. Other people are going to see the same power, the same strength. They're already going to see what your end game is going to be if you stay focused.
They know
and so
my
they're
end
going to
game
step
too,
on
or?
that. They're going to step on that coattail, and
ride it.
you're going to still get there, but it's going to be friggin' hard as heck.
I got one of those right now.
You can get off my train. Get off my.
Yeah.
You're going to have to kick people off the train, and it's going to hurt you in the heart, because sometimes you've heard this from Oprah. You've heard this from a lot of the other people who give guidance or whatever, is that they're going to be friends and family and folks you want to keep around, but not for where you're going. Some people can't. Not everybody can go where you're going.
Yeah, it's so crazy that you're saying this. I'm such a believer right now. I'm like in shock. That was amazing. Was that not amazing? I do know my end game. I see my whole vision for my life and where I'm going and how I'm getting there.
Before.
And how did she know? I'm telling you, honest truth. I did not tell her anything.
She hasn't spoken to me at all.
We just met.
Just met today.
And it's like she picked my brain. I'm like, wow. Thanks for not telling my deepest secrets.
And thanks for not telling mine.
So that's good news. She won't hurt you with her whatever it is, oracle.
You know what I found? I have found most people need one of two things. They need signification. They need somebody to pat them on the back and say, you're doing a great job, just stay, whatever.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they need you to be a good friend who's willing to tell the truth, take them by the shoulders and shake the crap out of them and say, what's wrong with you? What were you thinking? working. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, because most people really know. They really already know. They just they don't want to.
I've
They have
said that for
difficulty
a long
stepping up.
time that, you know, friendship isn't and love isn't always kind.
No.
Sometimes it's harsh. You know, sometimes you got to say something to someone because it's going to help them, right? You know, and you got to do something that they feel is going to hurt them. But, you know, like maybe you cut someone off, but they go learn how to survive on their own.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing,
experienced that
right?
recently.
So I had another question, especially because I'm speaking with the Oracle.
Yes.
Which you're going to be able to find her link on sydneysilvershow.com. And also, is there a website that we can find her on, or
Blog Talk Radio.
blogtalkradio.com.
and then is it like
// the Oracle speaks with you.
And if
Oracle
we
speaks with
Googled you, would
Okay.
we be able to
Oh,
pull it all
yeah.
up?
You Google
Yes.
Denise Lyles Cook.
I'm kind
You
of
Google,
like,
yeah.
I feel like Neo right now.
now.
This is awesome. Okay, the one. So my question was, because I know there's a lot of religions out there and everything that say we reincarnate, and if we live a good life, we go on to a pleasurable, more better life or something like that, right? Now I had this alternate theory that what if we are actually living successively harder and more painful and more traumatic lives, and that as we go, we are learning how to deal with that? Because look, think, if you got to this level where you're like literally in hell, but you can deal with it, you're in heaven, aren't you?
Yes, you are.
There you go.
That's really deep, actually.
It is.
I never
Yes, it
thought
is.
about it that way.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are.
and I suddenly started wondering, I wonder if the most pained people going through the worst things are actually maybe progressing in their reincarnations towards a heaven
There's
state.
an elevation and an evolution of consciousness
You
and thought.
understand me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I was never a believer in reincarnation, but the more that I've kind of opened my mind and the more that I've experienced, I definitely understand how it could be possible. And I still go back and forth, but I definitely understand how it could be possible. And sometimes I have certain dreams or emotional reactions to things or memories, and I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And I just wonder, you know, is that
I actually have a
something from
few
the past?
memories of possibly past lives. And I don't know where they came from. Like one, I was told my mother, I was always telling her, remember when we were in England and I was a little girl and I had this dog and I love that dog. Where's that dog? You know, and I remember exactly what it looked like and everything. And she's like, we never lived in England, hon. And I'm like,
I thought you were going to say we never had a dog. You're like, we were never even in England.
I remember being English, you know. And I have another one where I had a memory that I couldn't place, where I was actually a heavy set African house slave back in the antebellum slavery period. And I remember I have a brief moment of the mistress coming and everything. And what's crazy about that one, it makes so much sense in my life now. It just follows with my life now, which is really interesting. And I have looked up everything in that vision, and it was all accurate to that time period. The blue china I was cleaning, just everything. Wow. So I don't know. I kind of like my whole life, I've kind of had this suspicion or feeling that maybe reincarnation does happen. But then it's kind of like there's things that don't make sense about it. Why would I come back as a person all the time? You know? That kind of thing. So,
Well, how do
I don't
you know that last time you were a person?
Right.
That's true.
Like I could have had moments where I wasn't. I don't really remember it now. It's so alien to me.
You
or
know
something.
why? you may have a connection with cats, or you may have a connection with dogs. You may have a connection with
I
some
do,
kind of
with all
species, or you know, or just the entire animal kingdom, and you not know why.
The cat was
Kingdom and queendom.
Queendom.
That's my special word, queendom. I actually came up with that word on my dominatrix website when I was a dominatrix, and not anymore. I can't stand it for various reasons. But when I was a dominatrix, I came up with that word queendom because I was so sick of seeing all these dominatrix ads, dominatrix kingdom, and I'm like, kingdom? That doesn't even make sense,
Well,
girlfriend.
you should see the eyes
You are
that
the
cross.
queen,
You should see
right?
the eyes that cross, and when I refer to God as she.
Ooh, I like this.
She always refers to God as she.
I was
I
like,
actually wanted to
oh, look at
bring up
this.
some goddesses today, which is good that this is leading into this. I think this is like a sign you were meant to be on my show. So I wanted to talk about some Hindu goddesses because I think a lot of people don't really know anything about this kind of stuff in this country.
I like
Right?
that.
And there's a lot of things all over the world that are amazing that we don't know about. So I just want to bring some of it up. This is actually the Hindu goddess of wisdom. And she's pretty amazing. You can see she's like the goddess of learning and intelligence and all that kind of stuff. And this one, for all you girls out there and all you guys that love goddesses, this is the goddess of wealth. So I actually saw a statue of her, and she was covered in silver and gold. It's awesome. She's about money. She'd make you a lot of money. I loved this goddess. And this is an amazing goddess. This is the warrior goddess. Her name is Durga, goddess Durga. She's the mother of all creation. She is the supreme goddess. And she actually, let's see, I have here, she's the supreme power of the universe, according to the people in these religions. And she eliminates your sufferings. And you can see here, she's riding a lion and she's actually spearing this dude. She's like...
She would like something like that, right?
She's fierce. She's fierce, but she's a protector, you know. She's a warrior protector. She stops your suffering, which is awesome. And then this is one of my favorites here. This is called Goddess Kali, and they don't have, all their goddesses aren't sweet and nice. They encompass every dimension of a human being and a woman, which I love.
Yeah, right. We're on all that sugar and spice.
Exactly. We don't have to always be sweet all the time. Sometimes we need that fierceness, right? And this is Goddess Kali. She is the goddess of time, change, and destruction. She's actually holding a severed head.
You know what this picture makes me think of? This picture makes me think of that song. I dug my key into the side of your pretty little suit.
I know what song she's talking about.
She's talking about her boyfriend cheating on her.
Oh, wow.
And she's like, next time you cheat, it won't be on me.
Well,
that was her.
I used to like that song, and then one day I stopped liking it because I was like, this is kind of bad behavior. It's like her boyfriend cheats on her, and instead of saying, well, I'm glad you were happy, at least. I want you to be happy. I have a slightly different viewpoint now. I used to be, very hurt and jealous, and I learned how to start transforming my jealousy. And it's kind of like I would think, well, why shouldn't I be happy for my guy being pleasured?
I haven't reached that level of my life.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Maybe I should, though. Maybe I should be more.
Whatever you want. I also appreciate jealousy because I still get jealous, and I want my guy. I want to have the same power that I can make him as jealous as I feel.
I think as long as you can control your jealousy and don't let it make you hurt crazy.
Well, there's a certain jealousy is in nature. I mean, even when the lion and the lioness, or the giraffe and his mate, and the elephant, in all species.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with jealousy.
Nothing wrong with it.
I think jealousy is just another emotion. It's inherent in us. It's perfect, right? But I'm just saying I was tired of suffering like that. And so I would think, like, why can't he be happy for me if I'm, like, with a guy, and... that sort of thing started happening. But I'm not going to say, like, I could still be in a monogamous relationship and all that kind of thing. So, off that topic, I just want to ask you ladies, what do you, if you like men, what do you like in a man? Who do you think are the hottest guys, like celebrities? Who's hot and why?
Denzel.
He never goes out of style.
I just, he's cute.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I like his swagger.
Yeah,
I like his swag. I get a sense of him, even though I know he's acting, I still get a sense of him. And he seems like he's level-headed. He seems like he's fair. He's definitely handsome. But getting past the outside, I see the beauty inside of him. He seems like a cool dude. All
right, Denzel. Yeah. So if you're watching this, you got a hookup, baby. And you are going to thank me. Thank you.
May I do?
I am the one that did this for you.
May I do a real short poem for you?
Yes, sure.
Please.
Go ahead.
Short.
We got about 3 minutes left.
Go ahead. Less than 3 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
This is for you for opening the door of opportunities for both myself and my dear friend, the food alchemist.
Yes,
because,
amazing food.
If people don't know about you, they don't know about you. Don't slam the door in the face of another coming in. Swing open wide the portal through which opportunities are found. The archway to joy, the pathway to happiness, and the road to intimate peace lie beyond. Don't slam the door in the face of another coming in. Extend the hand of ease with which another can grab hold. Reveal the speed bumps, potholes, and exposed ditches along the way. Don't slam the door in the face of another coming in. Each person you meet connects you in some way with God. Each person you touch, reunites you with the spirit of the universe. Each person you love instills in you a permanent place in the heaven you create. Each person you give yourself to in truth and complete honesty endears you to God. So don't slam the door in the face of another coming in, because the reality is you'd be slamming the door in the face reflected in the mirror of life, your own. That's for you, ladies. Thank you.
You wrote that? Oh, awesome.
I told you,
Yeah, I
she's
got a couple of
awesome.
books. And,
That's right. You were.
Yeah,
you
I'm
had
a
your own
two-time
TV
spoken
show,
word
right?
Billboard Award winner.
What was your
poetry.
TV show, real fast?
Oh, the
What was
TV
it?
show was called China Eyes Presents.
And what was it
It
on?
was,
What
it was
network?
on Century Cable Public Access.
Nice.
Okay.
And basically, it was this. It was a television show, and I would invite people on, like The Alchemist or yourselves, to share their talent. Whatever it is that they did, I called it
And
talent.
you still do music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a CD
Can
out.
people, where can people catch your music?
Catch me on ReverbNation.com / The Oracle Speaks. And they have to put the speaks on there because there's another Oracle out there in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
Okay,
The
yes.
audacity.
And of course, CDBaby.com with my name, Denise L. Cook, the Oracle.
Okay. It's a special kind of music, right?
I do R&B, jazz, spoken word fusion. That was just a piece of poetry right there. But
So basically
I do
rap?
Oh, no. Freedom wakes me up, the treasure of life is mine. Freedom breaks me up too much and I lose my mind. Hey, hey, do I want to give up the freedom? Do I really want to stop the game? And so on like that. You know, I mix the music
Awesome.
in, so I sing in and out. Yeah, it is so cool right now.
Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm on tour.
I have to say, I'm so sad because both of you ladies were such amazing guests, and I feel like I didn't have enough time with either one
That
of
means
you.
we must come
You know,
in.
like, for instance, you do have to come back.
yes.
Remember, you were telling us that you were a school teacher, and you were telling us all the nefarious things they're doing to control the children in the schools, and I really wanted to get to that because I have heard these awful things that they're teaching kids in schools about Nazi, like telling on your parents and stuff, and it's just scaring me, and I wish I had had time to get all of that because
We're
it's
coming
my
back.
show.
I
I
have
say
to
whatever I
do
want
you
here.
sing?
I am going to start singing. Yes, in January.
How
I do
did
like
you-
singing.
I might
How
have
did
a-
she freaking know that?
'Cause I might have a project for you.
Really?
Yeah. I was sitting over here, I was like, oh my goodness, how much should I say? So we'll
I'm
talk.
telling you, the
Yeah.
Oracle's amazing. The Food Alchemist is amazing. You got to try her food. Somehow figure out how to try her food. Maybe she ships out to you. I don't know. Just
Oh,
contact
yes,
her.
she ships.
That's
Because
amazing.
She was going to give me recipes. I said, baby, that's why you pay for
Try her raw vegan
convenience. You pay
candies
for
that have no
convenience.
sugar. It's
Do you have a
amazing.
recipe book?
All right.
Yes.
It's called It's Vegan and It Tastes Good.
It's vegan and it tastes good. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.